Zachary, you scooped me this morning. So
How?
I have not been religiously watching Dancing with the Stars. There's just so
Mm.
much going on. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to see who won. And you had the cutest video up of like the moment. Were you watching that live?
Yeah, I'm in New York, so like I was watching on the East Coast, which is great, and I was watching the show live. It was 3 hours. So I was making
Oh,
videos that commercials and like tweeting with like all the other DWTS fans. It was a ride, it was a journey. It was such a good show, and there was so much build up with 3 hours. It was a great show.
well, so congratulations to Joey Grazia Day. Did you
Mhm.
think he was going to win?
It was like between him and maybe Chandler. I kind of thought it was going to be Chandler by the end of the episode. I thought that Carrie Ann kind of came for Joey in one of his dances. She gave him a lot of flack. And I really felt like Chandler and Brandon, they were representing so much and their scores were the
Mhm.
highest. So I thought it was going to be Chandler and then it ended up being Joey. And I was still very happy for him.
Did Chandler get third place though?
She got third place. So people are
Oh,
pissed. I know. It's
I
kind of
feel
crazy because her dances have been a lot better than, I mean, you don't even want to say better because everyone's different, but like Chandler has been the top of the top. So it's almost like she did deserve second and Ilona deserved third, especially because Chandler's scores were a lot higher than Ilona's. It wasn't like 1 point difference. And I'll pull up the scores for you in just a second. But I feel like Ilona's fan base must have been so strong that it got her to second place. And maybe Chandler had some people rooting against her because she had dance experience. And a lot of fans,
yes.
some fans are really mad about like people who have dance experience, like doing the show. And I think that's why Joey also won because it was the process and the journey.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's kind of what
And he
happened.
looked so good. Man, he was, I don't even think we saw him with his shirt off that much on the show.
I know. And they used to play up that with bachelors like Sean Lowe, Colton, like
Yeah,
Joey's shirt was kind of on a lot.
it was on a lot. And like, so I have to talk to you about all of this because, like I said, was Jen Tran in the audience? Is she with
Ye-
Sasha? I need to know because it's starting to bother me. Like, I almost am like, stop teasing me already. Are they together? What do we think?
Jen was in the audience. She was in the show. So all the dancers who got eliminated come back for the final performance and they are a part of the show. So she had a dance with Sasha. She had a moment where she gave him a rose. They've been spending a lot of time together after their time on the show. Lots of flirty TikToks, lots of flirty captions. After watching the interviews post show that they did, which I was watching this morning, it seems like she is giddy and excited and he might be friend zoning her in the next few
Well,
weeks.
stop it. Wait a minute. I felt like he was a little bit more over the top.
No, I think she was more into it than him. And for a while, I thought he was just really private and like didn't want to put things out there too much. But then he's really been starting to like play into it. He said like on Instagram, like, I won the show
I
without
still
actually,
won.
I don't know. I'm just saying that it seems like it's possible that if she leaves LA in the next few weeks and starts PA school in Miami in January, they might kind of drift apart.
Mm. Well, it's good for her to give herself some time, but I'm like, stop
Yeah.
teasing us already. Either
But
hard launch or don't.
no, I'm fine with the teasing. It's great for engagement. Like my views on TikTok are highest when I'm talking about Jen and Sasha. So I'm playing into it and I love it.
Well, good for her. Good for her. And then I also wanted to talk to you about oh, Vanderpump Rules. Because I know
I
you're friends with
know.
Tom's or no, with
I'm
what's you're friends
I'm
with
friends with
them.
Allie. I'm friends with Allie and friends with James. I'm very friendly with Tom Schwartz. I mean, I see him out all the time. I love Tom Schwartz and I love Ariana. So I'm friendly with a few of them and it is ending. I'm kind of shocked about a few things. Like I knew that they were doing filming, right? Like at CERT and maybe Pomp or Tom Tom. Like they have been test shooting for a couple months. So this is not a complete surprise to me that there's a reboot. I also knew that the cast was, talking to producers the past couple of months, and there was a couple soft launches that they could start shooting in a few weeks. It was kind of like on the table that it might happen, it might not. So the fact that this is now official, the cast like obviously found out before the press release. A lot of them put in their
Mm,
Instagram captions how they knew it was coming today. So I think that a reboot is dumb. I don't like a reboot. You
yeah.
can't reboot this. Like, you can't reboot the show. If they wanted to use the Vanderpump name, they should have done it in one of her other restaurants in Vegas or Lake Tahoe if they wanted younger servers. I don't really think you can recreate greatness. You can't recreate it at Sir. It's just, I don't like the idea of it.
Ugh, I can agree more. And it's also like, are they going to cast people? Are these actual, it's so organic the way it happened. And I'm sad it's over, to be honest with you. I love Tom Schwartz. I met him in
Yeah.
Vegas and Jax, and I'm even a fan of Jax. So I knew him
Mhm.
back in the day.
Well, Jax is on the Valley now.
I love the Valley. And
Me
I feel
too.
like, do you think that everyone's going to go to the Valley now? Like Lala and
Well, that's what they said. They put out a press release that Lala, Sheena, and Tom Schwartz will be like heavily featured on the next season of The Valley. I know Jax went to like rehab for a month, so he might miss a few episodes next season. So that will kind of fill the void. There's a lot of cast members on The Valley, but why not have more? I love the idea of having them on The Valley. I think a lot of people are so against it, but Bravo fans are so opinionated in the worst way. I feel like Lala and Sheena would be great on The Valley. I mean, they're not going to be full-time cast members this upcoming season, but they're going to get a lot of camera time, and I think that's going to fill the void for Vanderpump fans who are going to miss them. And I think you're going to see Tom Sandoval, if you want to, on Traders next season.
yeah,
All
he's
of these,
doing everything.
yeah, like James is DJing all around the country. Ariana's doing Broadway shows. Probably going to host Love Island next year. So it's like all of these people are still going to remain relevant. They're still going to remain on TV. You can still follow them. I think it's a good idea that the show is over because it was time. Like the group wasn't
Hmm.
authentic anymore. So I think now that they're all shifting into the next stages of their lives, I think it's great. I'm not here for the reboot, but I am here for the ending of the show and to see them all succeed or go on to do other ventures, you know? Because there's still more
Oh,
to live for all of them in the
oh
spotlight.
yeah. Oh, I mean, even Scandival has a really hot girlfriend. I could see him getting his own spin-off show.
No.
You
Oh
don't
my God.
think?
Nobody wants
He's
to see him on TV. He's such a villain. He's so evil. I mean, like, we're gonna see him on Traders, right? Like, do you watch Traders, right?
I haven't watched any of them.
You would love it.
I need to. I heard Pilot Pete was really good on that.
Yeah, and next season, Wells is gonna be on it, and Gabby Windy.
Oh my gosh, she's going to be great.
She's funny. Yeah.
She is so funny. Well, gosh, thinking about Pilot Pete, I just listened to Chicks in the Office with Kelly Flanagan.
Oh my God, do tell.
Well, she released something kind of cryptic recently,
So I
talking.
I saw the cryptic post that she did a couple weeks ago, and I was really like, wait, what?
Yeah, I know. And
So
I mean, I knew she was in a relationship, but she hasn't been like broadcasting it that much. But I was like, yes, finally, she was on and off with Pilot Pete. This guy looks really hot. And, she's kind of private. She doesn't do every podcast. So I
mm,
was happy for her. I was like, oh, she's happy. So she just came out and Chicks on the in the office and she just told
hmm
all. And this guy was like manipulating her, cheating on her the whole time. And
the
and
whole
even to this
time.
the whole time.
And how did
And
she like find out?
so she kept getting calls from like burner numbers
Oh,
and texts from burner numbers. And some of the time it was him after she broke up with him. You got to listen to it.
no, I will. I
But
just want to give me a good sneak peek.
I mean,
Just
the
give me a
sneakiest.
tease.
So she moved in with him. They were like full on together.
In
And like,
Miami?
and no, she moved to, I think, was it Pennsylvania? God, I'm
She
horrible at telling this story.
okay, continue.
Philly.
Pennsylvania. She
It
moved
was
to the
with a
cold for
P.
him.
Yes, in the same
Pittsburgh.
apart. Yeah, one of those. Well, anyone listening, go listen to the podcast. And she found jewelry in his apartment. And he's like, "Oh, I got it on Amazon for a like." It was like textbook. This guy's like going out every night of the week, and he was entertaining clients. It was all for like networking. He was getting girls' numbers, and he was using her as a way to like talk to women.
Because she's like on Instagram and like was on The Bachelor.
Yeah. And then he was also like mean to her. Like she was talking about, I think, wanting to go on Dancing with the Stars. And he's like, you have got to quit this. You got to give up this bullshit. Like you need to be ready to be a mom and a wife. Like just the way he
Oh
talked to
no.
her, I feel so bad for her that she went through
Oh
that. And so
wow.
since it came out last night, other women are reaching out to her. Like more
Hmm.
and more is coming out. And she was like, I'm not going to say his name. And now she's just like, no holds bar. She's like, he
Yeah.
purchased 20,000 Instagram followers. I didn't even know you could still do that.
Oh my God, I can't stand people who purchase followers. It's just so inauthentic, and I wish it was illegal. Like I literally wish
Yeah.
that was impossible because it's just not fair for the people. Like if people buy followers on TikTok, that would piss me off even more because I like
Oh,
really am like working hard on TikTok. But I feel bad for her for sure. I mean, it seems like she had her Brianna chicken fry moment with Zach Bryan. That was a recent thing. Did you pay attention to all that? Of
Yes.
course. Yeah, yeah. So it seems like she really is like standing up for herself and I'm happy that she got away from a guy that wasn't for her. The fact that she felt the need to expose him online for her hundreds of thousands of followers means it must have been really bad because this wasn't a
Yeah.
super public relationship. A lot of people didn't know who he was or his name
Mhm.
unless they were like really paying attention a long time ago when she would post him. I still don't know what he looks like. I found out his name, but we don't need to say it. But I feel like she is really blasting him. So she must be a scorned woman.
Well, if you listen to it, I'm scorned for her. I just sent her a book. I've been with a guy like that, just classic narcissist. And he was like
Mm.
talking to her about, like, you need to post me more, just sound all around bad and controlling. And, I guess she ran into Pilot Pete, she talked about at an event. And
No
he was like,
way.
and Pilot Pete was like, do you mind, like, if I talk to you? And she, like, just shut it down, like, chopped it off at the head. And then she
Wait,
still got,
what?
yeah, the guy was like, you need to be like so respectful of me in public.
Oh.
So shout out to Kelly Flanagan. I'm just going to throw this out there. I think she's perfect bachelorette material.
Oh, wait, I'm so confused. Pilot Pete saw Kelly Flanagan at an event and he wanted to kind of talk to her to smooth things over and clear the air
Yes.
since they're like in
Yes.
the same industry and probably have mutual friends. But
Yes.
her boyfriend basically was like, you are not allowed to talk to your ex. Do not go near him. Don't get photographed with him. So that's why she was cold to him. But now, could it be possible we see Pilot Pete and Kelly spotted on a date?
I think anything, well, she took this guy back too. I think if anything she could take away from all this is no X Files.
Don't go back to your
We're
ex.
28 days away from a new year.
Yeah.
I
Do
did,
not go
I,
back to your ex.
I did a lot of recycling in my 20s and I wish I wouldn't have. But
Okay.
sometimes you just have to keep learning the hard way.
Okay. I get that. So,
Sometimes you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And wasn't Pilot
yeah.
Pete just seen with Maria?
Why was I
And
going to bring that up to you?
because
I
he's
think
just like a man
that,
about town. I don't think
yeah,
he's
I think he's
serious.
still, no, I think he's like living his life in his 20s. I don't think he's ready to settle down. And I kind of think him and Maria maybe like had a vibe or a moment. Maybe they've dated very casually, I think.
Maybe just the tip, just for fun, you know?
Which,
What
like,
about
honestly, whatever, like, live
Pete
your life.
Davidson,
But,
though? She's like, I mean, I put her in the Tyler Cameron sector of, you know,
mm,
I'm kind of glad she didn't do the Bachelorette, but the whole Pete Davidson rumor came and went like a flash in the pan too.
there's a lot of Maria press, a lot of celebrity
Mhm.
links. She seems to be out a lot. Like, there was so many videos of her, like, partying this summer and stuff like that. So I think she is great TV and we have more to learn about her, right? Like, I want to see her on Bachelor in Paradise for sure. I know she wants
Oh,
to do like, she's kind of said she didn't want to do that, but I really think she should give it, she should. I really think she needs to do one more season on The Bachelor before she goes into like House of Villains or
I
Traitors if
agree.
she can get there. Like, I cannot wait for Bachelor in Paradise next year.
Oh, I can't either. I was just talking to somebody. I was like, I kind of wish Devin would go down there and try to get a
Me
redemption
too.
story.
Well, he doesn't need a redemption, but I would love to see him down there too next year.
I think he'd be great down there,
Yeah.
whether it's good TV or I think he just needed some time to kind of be a woman
Hmm.
scorned out there. So, well,
Yeah.
gosh, Zachary, what are your plans for Thanksgiving and what are you thankful for, the most thankful for
Oh,
this
T.
year?
Wait, I was just gonna say, like, now that Dancing with the Stars is over, like, I'm excited to like spend time with family, travel during this, upcoming holiday season. Like the shows are ending. I am still
Oh,
watching all the
yeah.
Housewives though. I'm watching Beverly Hills, Potomac, and Salt Lake City. Do you watch the
Oh,
Housewives?
I don't. I'm trying to. I started the Salt Lake City one and then I watched the one where the lady got arrested.
That's Salt Lake City or New Jersey or Salt
Oh,
Lake City.
how many people are getting arrested on this show?
There's a few seasons. Yeah, yeah. But I'm in New York this week, so that's super exciting because the fall leaves are gorgeous, like red, yellow, orange.
Mm.
It's like stunning. It's like sweater weather. So I will be spending, the rest of the week with my family and in the city this weekend, which should be fun before
So
heading back to
magical.
LA. Yeah, what about you?
Oh, we're just keeping it simple. I've got the three kids, so we're just gonna have a little Thanksgiving. I picked it up from Whole Foods. No
Mm.
cooking for me, and I
Yeah.
got the stove top though. Um,
Oh.
so you're just there all week, and then you head back to LA, right?
Yeah. Do you make your kids like eat like turkey and like Thanksgiving food? Because I actually think Thanksgiving is like my least favorite holiday because of the food. I've never liked any of the Thanksgiving
What?
food. It's just not for me.
What?
I know. So
Oh,
I'm hoping that there's like steak and like cheeseburgers. I don't know. Like, I just don't like the mashed potato stuff and the way that everyone does it.
oh, I love it. I'm a masher with my food, so I mash everything together. My kids will
Mm,
love it. They'll eat it. They'll
okay.
probably eat the potatoes and that kind of stuff, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
such good comfort food. You can see I'm already preparing. I got my big sweatpants on. Well,
Yeah. Well, a couple of my cousins are pregnant, so that's really exciting. One is due in like 2 weeks, so I can't wait to see how big her bump is.
she's gonna be bumping. Tell her to kick her
Hmm.
feet up.
For
Ah,
sure. And you're coming to LA next month? When and
yes.
where?
I'm coming to LA and I want to see you. I'm going to be there for about a week with the whole family, but we are going to get a sitter. I want to
Oh,
come up to
cool.
West Hollywood. I actually want to go see
Yeah.
like a groundling show or something.
Oh,
So
I've seen one of those.
it's so fun. Or maybe you and I can just do a little solo brunch date.
Whatever you want. You just let me know. I can't wait.
I can't wait to meet you. You've been busy. I saw you were with Kaitlyn Bristowe and
Oh my, yeah,
you've been
yeah. We will be had you. We talked about this. Remember, like when we recapped the Golden Bachelorette after the final
I
rose?
was on yours. I was on your
Yeah,
podcast, but my
yeah, yeah.
listeners haven't heard it. I was like, oh my
Okay,
gosh, you
we'll
met
go
Kaitlyn
listen.
Bristowe.
I
I'm
know
gonna
that
go.
was so cool. It was like
Wow.
it's like any Bachelor Nation's like fans like dream gossip session is a brunch with Kaitlyn Bristowe. So I just felt like it was so nice to meet her. She was so sweet and like easy to talk to, like and like more innocent, right? Like I feel like I kind of talked to her about like how she could portray as like a villain and like she's always in drama. And I feel like she was saying that she didn't want that anymore and like that wasn't like
Oh.
her goal and like she just felt a lot more innocent and sweet than like maybe that has come across in the media because I feel like she's always kind of gotten into so much drama with her exes and she's always been so out there on her podcast. So I think maybe now she really wants to take a step back and kind of move things in a different direction and be a little bit more calm and chill with like the people.
That's so cool that you got to do that. I wish I was a fly on the wall. I'm like, I just am so intrigued by her. There's something very mysterious.
Yeah, and she also like she's going to be on more TV shows, I think. She's going to be hosting a show on Hulu next year with Colton. It's
Oh,
called
that's right.
yeah, it's called Virgin Island, I believe, or something along those lines. And I think that could be really fun. I mean, a lot of hot people, virgins on a beach trying to date. I don't know exactly what the rules are going to be, but it will be fun to see her and Colton, being the two hosts. Like it's going to be a new franchise. So we'll see if people get into it.
Oh, I'll watch. I'm watching. And Colton, but he's a dad now. He had a baby.
Yeah. Well, this was already filmed, so
Oh, okay.
it was filmed like I guess it was filmed in the summer or something. But that will come out next year. That'll be fun. There's also going to be another Hulu show coming out with like a lot like Susan apparently is on it and Demi Burnett and like Omarosa, like another Kim Zolciak, Cynthia. Like there's another type of spinoff like Get Me Out of Here. Traders will be really good in January. And I really like Southern Charm. It's on Bravo.
Okay. Oh, well, I need some new shows. I'm running out of shows. I'm on Yellowstone right now. And
Oh.
yeah, and I'm probably a little bit older. I'm watching Cobra Kai,
Wait,
but
what
I need more.
is Yellowstone really good? Because I think I've tried to watch it.
It's a little slow moving. I don't know if you'll love it, but I love Kevin Costner. I think he's like a fine wine and he just gets
Hmm.
better with age, but I don't want to spoil it for the last I think this is the last season and he's not in it very much.
Oh no. Wait, did you see Wicked?
No, tell me about it.
It's really good. I won't
Did
see it
you?
again because like I don't need to
You
watch
kind of
movies
just rolled your
twice.
eyes though.
No, I really liked it. I just like am not obsessed like a lot of other people.
I don't
I
like musicals at all. Like Mamma
mm,
Mia, get me out of there. So if somebody doesn't like musicals, can they still enjoy it?
I don't think so. The music is I love musicals. The music is long. Like I was listening to the soundtrack, it's like 7.5 minutes. So they're really singing like a lot of the movie and it's really magical, especially towards the end, like some of the performances, because their voices are so good. They're so high pitched. Like you can't help but sing along. The animated part was so cool. When I was in the movie theater, they had like three walls. So there was some scenes where like you look sideways and there's a screen. So it was like really like there was so much going on. There
It's
was
so
so much
immersive.
animation. It was felt very immersive. I think there's even a 3D version. I'm not sure. I was like looking at the tickets
Wow.
and there, and if I maybe I went to the 3D version, it meant three wall. I'm not sure, but it was really good. It was really long. Like it was like 3 hours.
I think the last time I saw a 3 hour movie, it was Titanic. And that might have even
Yeah.
been four.
So I was really into it the first like hour. It was so interesting seeing them go to the school and the two witches were roommates and like seeing them kind of merge that. And then there was like a little bit of a
Oh,
I
lol.
might fall asleep soon. And then the ending just kind of got me back into it. And then I started singing in the parking lot, defying gravity for days to come.
I need to go to one of the theaters that serves alcohol, I think.
Yes, and get a lot of snacks.
Yeah, yes, get a snack and come on back, which, oh, that just reminds me. Total side note, I just saw the news about Wendy Williams. She used to always say that, get a
What's
snack and come on back. She's got like
oh
late stage like dementia.
oh no.
Yeah, I don't know
I
if you
miss
ever watched her
her.
show. I
A
miss her
hundred
too.
percent. Talk show hosts are not the same now, right? So there's Jennifer Hudson, there's Kelly Clarkson, but like
Yes.
remember Ellen, remember The Real, remember Wendy?
Wendy, and she just told it how it was. So, oh,
Wendy was queen. I loved Wendy.
I liked her documentary. You should give it a watch. It's
Hmm.
kind of talking about that. But well, Zachary, I feel like I could just chat with you all day, but I can't wait
I
to meet
know.
you in LA
Hmm.
and go check out the podcast I recorded with you if anybody hasn't listened.
For
Thank you for
sure.
scooping me on Joey Grazia Day.
Thank you for giving me the tea on Kelly Flanagan. I'm going to listen to that podcast and see what's going on. And I'm excited to see what happens with like Brooks and Gleb and Jenn and Sasha. Like maybe we'll get some more updates. I really hope we get like breakup updates if they do break up, so we don't have to guess forever.
Yeah, like don't tease us in the comments section.
Yeah, we'll see. But thank you for chatting with me.
Yes, anytime.